Alright, hello guys and welcome back to our Dark Souls challenge run. We don't want to lose any further time and start fighting against the Iron Golem here, which usually opens up with this attack, and if you manage to move right here it gets stopped by the debris down there. And then we want to fight him kind of back here and just hit his legs here. Not having any chance to attack something else anyways, but I think especially the same leg again, so he falls down like this. And if you manage to do this a certain way, then it will actually be possible to let him fall down the bridge. Due to explaining the very first hit there, that wasn't quite the case here, and again it's a little bit cheesy as well, but I mean, he's really kind of easy like this, I gotta say. Okay, I'm sorry, I expected a little bit of a more interesting fight, but don't worry, there will be fights that are much harder than this one. We get a whole 40k souls for that, maybe even additional 12k if we plan to use that soul for that. Another humanity, and then we have this white corona here, so to say. Examine Ring of Light. And that, my friends, I always wanted to say the ruins of Anor Londo, but no, it's actually Anor Londo and no ruins. The almighty castle of the king, I might say. Anor Londo. Yeah, we want to move all that way through the level here and go back into the castle. And then at the very end, at the very top of the castle, there's the end goal of the level, and again the cutscene kind of teases that, or kind of says that, but I find it again hard to read if you do not already know about that. So, do we get away with just ignoring this one? Yeah, he doesn't mind. I think there are some upgrade materials behind this one here, so let's see if we can trigger just one of them, maybe with the throwing knife or something. Sure. Let's go, buddy. I only want to fight you, not your brother. Come on. Okay. I was already in the animation to throw that and couldn't really cancel that animation. Alright, but it worked out and we only have to fight this one for now. Blocking isn't really a thing here against these huge guys and these huge weapons. So we mostly just want to roll through it. Yep. Oh, okay. 2 hit. Nice. Working out quite fine. And then, can we get the item without killing you? Or, oh no, he doesn't like that. Alright. And he wants to get revenge for his brother, I guess. Away with you. I'm sorry. Let's go. Get the item. Chain depicts that it is a normal one, and we get a Demon Titanite. Upgraded, an upgrade material to, yeah, just upgrade certain demon weapons. Not used for all weapons. Okay. So we will meet our next Firekeeper here. However, I'm not sure if we can actually improve our Estus flask here at her. And the fire is quite bright already, so I think that's a +10 bonfire already right here. And there she is, in humanoid form this time.
Welcome to the lost city of Anor Londo, chosen undead. So you have received a revelation. Very auspicious. I hope for the best. I pray that through you, her wish will be granted.
Oh yes, we can actually do that, so let's do it. Alright.
Have you heard of Seath the Scaleless? In legend, he turned against the ancient dragons. He became Lord Gwyn's confidant, was granted dukedom, and was allowed to pursue his research. At the Regal Archives, he immersed himself in research on scales of immortality. The one thing that he did not have. But his very research drove him mad. The archives became a dungeon, a place for sinister experiments. Now, nobody dares even approach the Duke's forbidden archives. It looms over this land high atop the mountain. But I should warn against even an approach.
Alright, so see if the Scaleless is one of the ancient lords, which we have to kill to cinder the first flame or something again.
What is it? What am I? Well, I am the keeper of the bonfire. If not for me, what beacon would there be in this lost city? A gatekeeper and a guide. That is my calling. The bonfires attended by the keepers are special. They are linked to one another, and their flames never die. Yet never shall the keepers of these flames meet.
Well, you don't meet in person, but I kinda giving one of you always the soul of another one.
If you require rest, now is the time. That is, after all, what the bonfire is for. If you require rest,
Okay,
that is...
but at least she kinda explained that that she's keeping this fire alive here. So of course we could again go and kill her here to get another Estus Flask upgrade. By the way, we have +4 right there, as you could see. But let's not do that just yet. And let's check again. Do we want to upgrade some weapon here just to go with something else? Actually, I kind of just like the Black Knight Sword too much. We will get to this point where we can do something else. But let's move on like this. And I think I want to go for some more endurance. And maybe one more point in vitality. That should be fine. And since we do not have any more Twinkling Titanite, let's just check if we can maybe change one of the items here while staying below our threshold. 32, 33.3 and then 66.6. Yeah, so we can wear that now. Maybe even this one. How about this one as well? Does it still work? No, not quite. So let's stay a little bit. Okay. Okay. Did I do something wrong here? Sorcerer stuff is even heavier than that. What am I missing? So if we do it the other way, like this maybe. Okay, that works out at least. So, well, not doing too well here on the Fashion Souls. I think there's one more item back there actually that I'm not too sure about what it is exactly, but we should just take it with us in any case. 2 chests actually. So again, let's try to aggro just one of these. Yep, just like that. At least this time it works out the way it was supposed to do. Nope. Okay, I almost thought that I missed that roll, but it worked out. Alright, down we go. Away with you. Nope, nope, nope. And as you can see, I mean, it's a little bit cringe, but you can always go to their crouch here, and it's relatively safe there. So, a Twinkling Titanite, nice. That was worth it coming for. And then here we have a chain to the front again, so that's a mimic. 3 hit, nice. Crystal Halberd, I think? Yes, alright. Could be an item which we can use for a while. Let's see. It has quite the attack rating, and we do have the stats. I mean, just to use something else, we can do it for a while. And the thing about crystal weapons is that they are quite strong. I think I already explained it at the vendor who was selling some, but they cannot be repaired. I think they do refill stability or repair level or whatever when we upgrade them. I'm not too sure though. Maybe they cannot even be upgraded. Yeah, we will just have to see, but definitely we can use it for a while. So let's check the attack pattern. So that's a stab. And I think these attacks are still looking a little bit weird whenever we are not hitting anything. So the animation is different when there's a hit, because otherwise we have this overswing. Here, this last frames where he only has it in one hand and doesn't really, isn't really able to handle it. So let's check on the enemy here. The heavy attack is actually, okay, a spin to win, I see, with 2 possible attacks. Wow, yeah, as you can see, okay, so the rolling attack was quite nice, and also the stab was a little bit better. You can see here again as well. Yeah, okay, yeah, alright, that's working out quite nicely as well. So we can roll with this one a little bit. Then there is one more chest down here, but I think it's only a demon titanite. Not completely sure. Let's see. Yeah, alright. Demon titanite. I mean, since we are getting these dragon scales and demon titanites and stuff like that, we might as well upgrade. Decide for one weapon at some point and then upgrade that. I know that in some form of the game there's also another item up here somewhere, but I think that's only in some modded run. Doesn't seem like it for this time here. So that back there is an elevator, so not the huge castle behind it, but the octagon-looking thing right there. But it's on the wrong floor currently, and we cannot call it to us here. So we have to do this really strange-looking path here. Be careful here with the camera, because if you're having the camera at an angle, it might as well try to fix that for you, bring the camera to a direct angle, but at that point your movement direction will be wrong, and then you fall down here and go instantly to your death. So now we have this white painting guardian guys, I think they are called, something like that, throwing these knives at us and also having their short swords. A little bit strange fashion decision, but I mean, we are not allowed to talk here at this point, the way we are looking here. Okay, go up this ladder, and then there's a kind of risky path up here, which we have to take, with some more guardians on top of it. They, again, can be cheesed, kind of, with baiting them to fall down here as well. If you stand at certain positions, they try to do that. So I think, for example, one of here, maybe somewhere. And good. Oh, never mind. Okay, never mind. Okay, never mind. No! Oh my god. No. I'm so dumb. I wanted to show that they can be cheesed, so that they fall down, and what happens? We get instant karma, and we fall down ourselves. Man, okay, so it has already been a no death run, a deathy run, so to say, but oh man, that was really unnecessary. Okay, let's remove our hollowing here, since we want to be in fleshy form again and not be beef jerky. Yeah, but I guess when we do further runs, I won't be doing stupid stuff like that where I try to show something and I will just try to execute stuff like that. But in this run, again, I mean, it's, I think, saying walkthrough in the titles, so I kind of want to at least explain some stuff here and there that would get you through this as well. But then I fucked it up. I gotta admit, it is how it is. So let's consume some souls here on the way down. Alright. Before the elevator goes up, I think we can jump it here at some point. Yep, okay. Alright, let's head back. By the way, the gargoyle is gone, since he's one of the unique enemies here. But, or it's actually not quite the right definition, because there are other gargoyles like him. But this instance is a single spawn instance, so once dead, it stays dead. And I mean, I also didn't really need it to change to this halberd here, which is not really making this passage here any easier. Just wanted to show some other weapons for some diversity, to not just clear everything with this Black Knight sword. Okay, or I just get fucked by this painting guardian here. Away with you. Yeah, so that's the disadvantages of a slow weapon, albeit that our Black Knight sword is also not the fastest one. Enemies often are able to get an attack in even after us starting our attack animation, right? So I'm looking at the enemy, he does nothing, or is just blocking or anything. We start our attack, and because our attack takes so much longer, the enemy can finish his attack, even despite starting it later than ours. Okay, let's not fuck this up this time here. Away with you. He's not one hit. Okay, now he's falling down. Let's not follow him, not move. And he actually broke down the chandelier. I usually would have to attack this chain here. Oh, I think I actually did, maybe. Accidentally, rather. So break this chain, let the chandelier fall down, and it has an item on it that we will be able to get later. But kind of sus that we didn't one-hit him. So let's two-hand here and try to get the attack timer right, just like that. Okay, he was coming earlier than expected. Okay, away with you. Oh my god. This is so unnecessarily dangerous here. And then this woman here will be visited at a later point as well. So we want to go down here, grab some extra item. Right after we... Okay. No good timing. I wanted to block that throwing knife and then immediately get an attack in. Just like that. Another one. That works out. We fill our Estus here. Go down to the items. I think there's actually not an item directly here, but we need to... okay, never mind. Okay. I started with the wrong direction, so that would have been the way back. So you start to first go down here. And then we will later be dropping down there back to where we just were. We can go here. And then there's the chest above us. And I think maybe one more enemy here at the side. Goodbye. Actually not a one hit. Goodbye now. Divine Blessing? Maybe? Let's see. Divine Blessing, alright. And I'm actually... yeah, I mean, I have deaths on the table already, but I have also not been using any Divine Blessings yet. I'm thinking about adding to the list of challenges to not be allowed to use them. But, I mean, it's not really a big thing. Is it really a challenge to not use any Divine Blessings? And for those of you who don't even know what they do, let me just grab the item description here real quick so we get a sense of it. Where they at? Did I miss him? Divine... yeah, here. Fully restores HP and undo irregularities. A little bit of a strange word for just saying all status effects. So meaning bleeding, poison, toxin, or stuff like that. Occurs when it's only applying, I think, but not when it has gone through the application. Yeah, I mean, yeah, let's just try to not use any, but I won't be adding it to the list of challenges here. Isn't really important enough for that to do so. It's not really a huge challenge to manage to not use any Divine Blessings. You get only like 3 or 4 in a run when you play through anyways. So another gargoyle. With quite the reach. Let's try to not fall down here. Okay, another tail cut. This one is, however, not dropping his weapon, it seems. His tail weapon. And the From Software games like to do that quite a bit, that they use an earlier boss as a standard enemy at some point. Of course, you can say that it is missing variation, and it's making the game a little bit worse, but when playing these games for the first times, I gotta be honest, I kinda like that moment. When you know that you defeated a certain boss and then you meet that enemy in the open world and you're thinking, what, really? There's bosses here in the open world now? So, I don't really mind that. Okay, actually I don't want to go up there for now. Instead, there's a little trick to this elevator here. And that is that it cannot only be moved between this floor here, this upper stage, and the one where it just was on, but we can also move it further into that direction here. That will bring us further down. And then, by the way, if you're struggling to remember what direction you have to pull or put the levers here in, I always like to come from the side here, or just to think of it this way, that when you, with the ladder going down here, pushing into that direction also brings the elevator down. And with the ladder coming up from here, pushing this direction also brings the elevator up. That's kind of easy to remember. Because otherwise it can be quite annoying if you do not remember that and then you go upwards and then you think, oh, that was the wrong direction. I have to go into the other direction twice now. And that's taking quite a long time. Okay. So, for the remainder of this episode, let's just collect the item, lit the bonfire here. And I can already say that this ring here, this wall here is not a standard wall. There's something special to it with this, figure in here, which we will see later on as well. So let's the fire here, and that will be it for this episode. Thank you very much for watching. I will see you in the next one. Feel free to subscribe, like, all that social media jazz, Patreon, you know about it by now. Goodbye.